Did you get any M&Ms for Halloween?
Well, if you didn't, here comes M&M.
I'm Madelyn.
And I'm Max.
Here with your weekly Young-Sgoutas sports show. All right, everybody. I can't think of any better way to get started with this week's play of the week, coming from true freshman Jordan Tyson. Late in the fourth quarter, as he blew everyone on the 88-yard punt yard return for the Buffs' first return touchdown of the season.
This play not only turned the heads of every Buff fan in the stadium, but caught the attention of Pac-12 voters as it was chosen as last week's play of the game. Keep an eye out for Jordan Tyson as he and Montana Lemonius Craig are becoming an exciting 1-2 punch for the Colorado Buffaloes.
It was an exciting homecoming weekend in Boulder with plenty of fans, including families and alumni, showing up to see what some were calling the Buffaloes' last chance to get a win this season. CU and the Sun Devils each came in with a record of 1-3 in Pac-12 play. The Sun Devils opened up with the game touchdowns in each of their first two drives. But CU fought back as quarterback JT Shrout combined with Montana Lemonius Craig for a 7-yard touchdown. Shrout then combined with freshman Jordan Tyson late in the second quarter for a 57-yard strike, which pulled Colorado to within 11 at half. Arizona State pulled away in the second half, scoring 2 touchdowns. With 4 minutes left in the game, the Buffs added a bunch of excitement when Jordan Tyson housed an 88-yard punt return for a touchdown, which we saw in the play of the week. But it was too late as Colorado dropped to Arizona State, 42-34. Tyson named Pac-12 Special Teams Player of the Week and Pac-12 Freshman Player of the Week for his big game. He totaled 115 receiving yards. Here is Alan Vigedy with more on the game.
The Buffs will be hosting the number 8 ranked Oregon Ducks tomorrow at 1:30. Oregon is favored by 31 points, so CU is coming into this game as an obvious underdog and looks to pull off the upset. The Buffs have not been this big of a home game underdog since 2013. Oregon is coming to CU sitting at 7-1, led by linebacker Noah Sewell. Hopefully the Buffs' offense can find an answer for him.
So, the basketball team is starting out the season with a solid rain game. That's very exciting news, and it gave us the inspiration for this week's trivia question. We wondered, what is the highest ranking that the women's basketball team has started a season with? We'll have the answer for you by the end of the show. It's a tease.
The men's basketball team played to an open-door scrimmage this past weekend. The Black and Gold topped Nebraska 72-61, with the benefits of the game going towards the victims and families of the Marshall Fire. It was the first public appearance for this year's squad, which has fans excited. Led by returning sophomore KJ Simpson and junior Tristan Da Silva, the Buffs were picked to finish 6th in the Pac-12 media poll that came out last week. Experts have Arizona and UCLA to top the conference this year. In what is Todd Boyle's 13th year, the team will be looking to dance after falling short last year. The team will start the regular season this Monday, November 7th, when they take on the UC Riverside at home. Riverside finished with a 16-12 record last year, while the Buffs finished 21-12. CU will take on a number of our ranked opponents throughout this season, the most challenging games appearing in conference play. On November 13th, they will take on 11th ranked Tennessee, who finished with a great record of 27-8. Last year, these two teams matched up and the Vols took it 69-64. After Tennessee, the boys will finally take on Colorado State in a Rocky Mountain showdown on December 8th. This is the first time the rivals will face off since 2019, where the Buffs prevailed 56-48. Right after New Year's, the Buffs will take on 21st ranked Oregon Ducks on the 5th. After losing two valuable seniors, Evan Batty and Jabari Walker, the young team will be pushed to step up and find some new leaders. Will the team continue to be defense-oriented, or will they take on more of an offensive year? Fans will have to tune in to the season to find out. Back to you guys at the...
Thanks, Joby. The CU women's basketball team is coming off their best season under head coach Junior Payne, reaching the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2013. They will have to replace the scoring and rebounding prowess of MYA Hollingshed of the leadership graduated seniors Lisa Finau, and are confident they have the pieces to make another run into March. Reigning Pac-12 Sixth Player of the Year, Quay Miller, will slide into the starting lineup in Tertelli's place and provide CU with a versatile inside-out scoring threat from the center spot. Charlotte Whitaker is also back to bolster the front court depth after missing last season due to surgeries in both of her hips, and the Buffs will need her presence in the paint to replace what they lost from a season ago. In the backcourt, the Buffs bring back a ton of experience, starting with point guard Jalen Sherrod, who enters her fourth season with 66 starts under her belt. Kendall Wetta is also back for her second year after posting a historic freshman season. She was the first player to be selected to the conference's all-freshman and all-defense teams in the same year since Shanae Ogamike, apologies on the name. In 2010 to 2011, the Pac-12 will be a gauntlet again, but the Buffs appear ready to compete deep into March yet again. They kick their season off Monday night at home against New Mexico State.
Some exciting stuff to look forward to in basketball, but other sports are actually at the end tail of the season. For example, the cross-country team just competed in the Pac-12 championship. The women's team went and ranked number 11 in the country, behind number 9 ranked Stanford, and yet they came out victorious. CU Women's Cross-Country Pac-12 champions has a nice ring to it. Bailey Herrnstein won the entire race, setting the course record and leading her team to its 6th title in the program history. The men's team also raced strong with a 4th place overall finish in 2 weeks. We'll get to see them continue in the postseason with the regional race. But until then, we have an exciting Buff banner where Maria will tell us how this victory fits into the landscape of CU athletics. Take it away, Maria.
Hey everybody, it's Maria Jaleel for the first time coming to you with Buff Banner. The women's cross-country team won their 2nd straight Pac-12 championship. 2 days before the spookiest day of the year, the team traveled to Riverside, California to compete. Bailey Herrnstein's final pass made it possible for the Buffs to come out on top of Utah and number 9 Stanford. Herrnstein was awarded Pac-12 Athlete of the Year because of her stellar performance at this meet and throughout the year. Barstool Sports reacted to this and made an Instagram post claiming that Colorado should be a running school rather than a football school. As a football nation, we are 1-7, but we are strong in cross country. They said, we're a running school and we're always going to be a running school. But is that true? Personally, I do not agree with this because we have always been a football school through the fact that we show up. 2016 CU football team gave the audience hope and a lot of school spirit that to my mind, the Buffaloes will always be a football school. We're mostly known as a football school due to Ralphie and the fact that our student section is bigger for football rather than any other sports on CU campus. But still, congratulations to cross country and making CU proud. We'll get back to more CU sports after the break.
Soccer has its final game of the season tonight, actually right now. The score is currently 1-1, and you can stay up to date on that on the soccer team's Twitter page. But the real story is that this is the last game for all 7 seniors on the team. It is an emotional pregame ceremony. The team honored them and their dedication. Head coach Danny Sanchez praised them as fantastic young women whose leadership skills shine in soccer and outside of it.
The Buffs volleyball team played 2 home matches this past weekend against UCLA and USC. The Buffs spiked down both the Bruins and Trojans 3-1 for 2 big wins in the Pac-12 standings. Megan Hart was named the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week for the 4th time in her career as the Buffs improved 7-5 in conference play in the season. The Buffs now sit at 6th place in the Pac-12 as of this week. Colorado heads to the Bay Area this weekend to play the top team and the bottom team of the Pac-12 conference in Stanford and Cal.
The Colorado women's golf team played at Kaluakona in Hawaii and ended in 9th after first round of the Pac-12 preview on the spookiest night of the year. Colorado's 2 top golfers came from number 4 and number 5 spots in the lineup. Morgan Miller and Haley Schalk tied in 22nd place, shooting an even 73. On the men's side, they saved its best for last to close out the fall portion of the season. The team tied for 4th and shot a 17 under 267 in the final round. Colorado scored 18 birdies and its first bogey, and Tucker ended in 8th place.
The Colorado Club D1 men's hockey team was at home this last 2 weeks. They defeated the Missouri State Bears in both matchups they played, and that earned them a spot in the top 25 for the first time this season. Coming in at the end of the 3rd period, Ethan James came in with an amazing save for the Buffs, solidifying the win for the Buffs. Take a look from our broadcast team who was on the scene.
Trying to find a pass, it's cleared out of his own. McConaughey chasing Bratton, will shoot and miss the open net. 20 seconds left. McGowan trying to find Weehawk, he missed it. Here's a chance. Oh, and a great block by Ross to prevent the empty net goal. Ross now finds Hofstetter. Olsen, wide, rebound. Oh, what a save from James. 2 seconds and 1, a scramble. And that is it. Colorado has swept 18th ranked Missouri State, winning 5-4 over the Bears in game 2. What a finish from the rec center here in Boulder. The defense basically a man down for the last 5 minutes of this game, and they hold strong behind the back of Ethan James.
Unfortunately, they suffered 2 crushing losses to Central Oklahoma this past weekend. They were the first team out of the top 25 this week after these losses. This weekend, they will head to the road to face Missouri State once again before coming back home to take on the current number 1 team in the ACHA, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. The D1 Club women's team had a great series against the Wyoming Cowboys, winning both games without letting up a goal and scoring 15 or more goals in each game. The women's team has Jamestown tonight and Grand Canyon next weekend and looks to continue their winning ways. Check out our YouTube channel at Scobuff Sports for select games.
Who's the biggest Buff fan here?
Me! That guy.
School Buff!
Go Buffs, baby! We're all about the Buffs!
School Buff!
They can't contain us. We're the best. We can't be stopped.
Go Buff! School Buffs! School Buffs!
Hello Buffs, and welcome to another fiery fast edition of Rapid Fire. My name is Aidan Young-Sgoutas, and while I normally live behind the boards, today I decided to grace you all with my presence in front of the camera. To start, the tennis team will be engrossed in the Colorado Cup all weekend long, with matches against DU all day, Saturday and Sunday. Next up, the football team's big match against Oregon this Saturday marks the last home game of the season until after Thanksgiving. So be sure to show up to help the Buffs finish out the season strong. Next, the basketball season starts fast, out of the gate, with both the women's and the men's teams playing their first games on Monday. The women will go first, facing off against New Mexico State at noon, with the men's game following at 6:30 p.m. against UC Riverside. Tickets for those games are on sale now, so be sure to claim yours now before they disappear. And finally, the volleyball team will be playing this weekend away against Stanford and Berkeley before returning home on Thursday for their match against Oregon at 7 p.m. That's all for this week, but I hope to see you guys again sooner rather than later. This is Aidan Young-Sgoutas firing off back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks for that sizzling performance, Aidan, of course. Speaking of the basketball team, starting up with this week, we here at Sco Buffs would like to announce a new show that we are starting up, introducing our new podcast, which will be going up weekly to our YouTube channel on Mondays. The podcast will look ahead to everything Buff sports related over the course of the upcoming week. Take a look at some of the best moments from this week's show as our host sat down and discussed the upcoming basketball team season. Come and take a look.
Sco Buffs podcast coming at you in
1, 2, 3, 4.
My name is Jaleel Moon.
I'm Troy Finnegan.
My name is Alex Roberts.
Something I should say is pretty excited you guys will come to know me as the person who's always right.
Okay.
Just look forward to that.
No take is too hot for Jaleel. Kind of got break from reality a little bit.
You know what we need? We need a Tad Boyle for our football team.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Speaking of Tad Boyle, let's
Roll
talk about some
Tad.
basketball.
Yes.
Great segue.
Yeah.
Great
What a
Let's talk
segue.
about
That's
some-
good stuff. It's very interesting because, the team finished 4th in the Pac-12 last year, won a conference tournament game, bowed out against Arizona after they upset them in Boulder, couldn't get the neutral site win. They got a home game in the NIT, couldn't finish against St. Bonaventure, who started the season in the top 25, by the way.
They were also playing guys that were like 30 years old, it felt like.
That's true.
Let me see, which camera are we on? This one right there? Let me look in this camera. This camera right here. I'll look.
Okay.
You can zoom. I'll zoom in. Let me tell
okay.
you, the Buffs are going to finish top 3 in the Pac-12, probably
Whoa!
number 2. Going to finish top 3 in the Pac-12 this year. Yeah, I'm going crazy. And they're going to the Sweet 16. I'm calling it. Whoa! Someone in the Pac has got to do it. Nobody thought Oregon State was going to do it last year. Why can't they do that? I'm telling you, look.
Someone cool this man off. I'm excited about this team because, admittedly, I have a type on the basketball court. I love big, long, athletic wings that can do a lot of things. And the Buffs, while they may not be experienced, they definitely have big, long, athletic wings that can do a lot of things. Quincy Allen is the best athlete on the team.
Yeah, can you ever see that dude jump?
Get Quincy Allen on a 1-on-0 fast break and just get ready for the show because
Buddy can jump out of the gym.
Yes, he can.
Quincy Allen is nasty.
Come back next week.
Yeah,
Yes.
you should.
You can see the full extended episode on our YouTube channel.
I know that you all haven't stopped thinking about this, so we'll end the suspense now. Here's the answer to this week's trivia question. Remember that we asked you, what is the highest ranking that the Buffs women's basketball team has started a season with? Drum roll, please. The answer is 11. In 1994, C. Al Berry coached the Buffs to their best season ever. They started out the season ranked 11th and ended ranked number 2, which is the highest that the program has ever been ranked.
Last week, before the football game against Arizona State, Coach Mike Sanford visited a handful of sororities and fraternities to encourage them to come out and support our football team. As a result, the student section was packed, but by the end of halftime, almost everybody in the student section had left because we were down 11 points. We love seeing the involvement from Sanford with our students because it means he cares and he is engaged. Although we may have lost to Arizona State last week, at least Sanford is keeping up with the hype and trying to get our students to come to the games regardless of a win or a loss.
What's up? I just want to let you guys know, first and foremost, that we really appreciate you guys. I've had a chance to coach at a lot of different places over the last 18 years, and our student section, by far the best that I've been a part of. Because I know that Saturdays are for the what? What are Saturdays for? For the boys, right? So come on up here, man. Come on up here.
That was, to me, that's what your guys' college experience should be about, right? And those moments don't happen all the time, but when they do, they're really special.
Real quick, I didn't know I was going to come here looking for football players, but my man right here. Come on up here, man. Let's go. Do you guys have like what's your guys' deal, man? Do you guys have a thing? A Fidel thing? Good. I don't either. Yeah. It's a secret? Good. Right? Good. Go Balls! Hell yeah! Go Balls, baby! Appreciate you guys. Thanks, man. Appreciate y'all.
And that is it for this week's installment of Sgoutas Sports. My name is Max.
I'm Madelyn.
And we will see you next week for another high-end installment about CU's sports. Sgoutas!